again. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about diaper rash. It's pretty common in kids to have a diaper rash at some point, and I would venture to say it's probably the most common type of rash seen in infants and toddlers. I'll also say that diaper rash is absolutely miserable for babies and parents. Trying to smear paste onto a raw butt with one hand and hold 2 feet and 2 hands of a screaming infant with the other is akin to digging an elephant's grave with a teaspoon. The skin is our body's first line of defense. And so a diaper rash is basically just a breakdown in the skin's barrier function. And it breaks down because of excess moisture, friction, pH changes, and even enzymatic activity. So let me explain. First of all, extra moisture from poo and pee gets locked up against the skin by the diaper. Whether it's cloth or disposable, the moisture is still there. The skin softens and starts to break down or macerate, which is kind of the same process as putting sugar onto strawberries, only this is way grosser. Then friction damages the skin even more because of this macerated skin being more fragile. The skin is also naturally acidic, which keeps water and germs out of the body. But when poo, pee, and moisture sit on top of the skin, all kinds of chemical reactions happen, and the skin's pH goes up. A higher pH changes the skin's microbiome too. And then the higher skin pH activates the poo enzymes, which break down the skin barrier even more. The skin's physical and chemical barriers break down, which ultimately allows germs like staph or candida to just go crazy. The way to fix the problem, ultimately, is to just prevent it. And you have to protect the skin barrier so that the skin barrier will protect your baby's bum. So here is just some general diaper area skincare. First, increase the diaper changing frequency. If poo and pee does not sit on the skin doesn't have time to break down. I also recommend increasing your baby's air time. And this one is kind of an idealist recommendation, I realize. I don't know about you, but the last thing I want when my infant has watery diarrhea is for him to be crawling around my house without a diaper. So yeah, do what you can to keep the booty dry, but don't beat yourself up. Even wiping a dirty bum with a baby wipe is friction. So instead, try to rinse with warm water or use a soothing bottom spray and then just dab with a dry cloth. Just don't rub. Anything that is stuck on there should easily come off with a cotton ball soaked in some kind of oil. Baby wipes, disposable diapers, and cloth diapers washed in standard detergents all have added preservatives, chemicals, and all kinds of other irritants. You may need to do a little trial and error to see what works for your child's bum. There is one chemical, MIT, or methyl isothiazolinone, that is particularly infamous for irritating skin, and it's often found in baby wipes. It's a preservative used to keep the wet wipes from molding, which is a good thing, but it is hard on the skin, so try to avoid it if you can. When prevention just isn't enough, there are all kinds of products on the market for diaper rash. You want something that is thick and white or clear without fragrance or other additives. Those are all irritants. Ointments are better than creams, which are better than lotions. Basically, you want to create a booty barrier so all of the irritants can't touch the skin at all. So you just slather a thick layer and don't rub it in. If it disappears, there's not enough on the skin. Don't worry about trying to wipe it off after every diaper change because that's added work but also added friction. I heard one dermatologist relate it to frosting a cupcake. She said, gently wipe off the top so you don't break the cupcake and then add another layer of icing on top. It's kind of gross, but you get the idea. Sometimes antifungal, antibacterial, and even anti-inflammatory creams are necessary to treat any kind of secondary infection. And don't hesitate to have your child's diaper rash checked if it's just not getting better, doing all of these things that we've already talked about. And a general rule of thumb is if it's not better in 2 weeks, it's not just a diaper rash. Just remember that your parent radar is the single most sensitive test. And at the end of the day, you're the only expert on your baby. I hope these tips help. I know it's hard, but I also know you can do this. See you next time.